This hearing of the Subcommittee on Delivering on Government Efficiency will come to order. Welcome, everyone. Without objection, the chair may declare recess at any time. I recognize myself for the purpose of making an opening statement. Good morning and welcome to today's hearing. I would like to first ask for a moment of silence to pray for Charlie Kirk, his wife Erica, and their children. Thank you. Humans have been trying to control the weather for centuries. Native American tribes performed ceremonial dances to summon rain during droughts. The Mayans sacrificed humans to their rain god. Today, people are still trying to control the weather, but some things have changed. Modern attempts at weather control don't appeal to divinity. Instead, they use technology to put chemicals in the sky. Cloud seeding, for instance, uses silver or lead iodide to try to increase rainfall in a specific location. What's also changed over time is the scale of ambition. Today's advocates of geoengineering don't just want to address droughts or improve conditions for agriculture. They want to control the Earth's climate to address the fake climate change hoax and head off global warming. That, of course, requires massive interventions. What methods do they use? One is to remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Yes, the same carbon dioxide that keeps plants alive and prevents mass starvation. Another method they want to use is to block the rays of the sun from hitting the earth. You heard that right. Yes, the same sun that makes all life possible on Earth. Some scientists think they can predict and control the impact of geoengineering, but even the best scientific models will never be able to capture all of God's wonderful creation and nature's mysteries. So we can predict the real impacts these global scale interventions would have little better than the Native Americans could know the impact of their rain dances. And we are not talking about experiments that take place within the four walls of a laboratory. Our world is the laboratory, and we happen to be the lab rats. Blocking the sun would have unknown consequences that no scientific climate model could ever reliably predict. This could include serious reductions in crop yields, significant changes in plant and animal life, disastrous ozone depletion, not to mention the damage done to human health. The reality is that the federal government has a long history of experimenting with weather modification. That includes a 1947 attempt by the military and General Electric to intercept a hurricane off the coast of Jacksonville, Florida. It includes an event in the 50s and 60s where the U.S. Army admitted to spraying a mysterious chemical fog over a neighborhood in St. Louis, Missouri, which residents now claim it is giving them cancer. It includes Project Storm Fury, a series of efforts in the 60s and 70s to weaken hurricanes by seeding clouds with silver iodide. And it includes Operation Popeye, an effort to create monsoons to aid our military efforts during the Vietnam War, literally weaponizing weather. While these are different events scattered throughout history, a serious campaign to commercialize geoengineering to fight global warming would be a vastly larger enterprise and profitable. Hundreds of billions of taxpayer dollars could disappear into the coffers of research universities and the academic scientists who beat the drum of global warming alarmism. Venture capitalists are already trying to get rich backing companies like Make Sunsets, which inject aerosols into the atmosphere to reflect sunlight back into space. It's worth asking, what if scientists could somehow manage to create a temperature dial that could be rotated to reliably set the global climate? Who would control the dial? After all, people in different regions prefer different weather conditions based on their local geography, economy, and way of life. The global climate impacts everyone and doesn't respect state or national borders. So would we need a world government to make choices on how to turn the climate dial? Where does it end? Despite the profound questions around geoengineering, the scientific community is pressing ahead, and they are getting financial support to do so from universities and left-leaning philanthropists like Bill Gates, who has funded geoengineering research. A June 2023 Biden White House Science Office report on solar engineering notes, academia, philanthropy, and the private sector have examined preliminary applications of climate intervention techniques such as stratospheric aerosol injection and marine cloud brightening, which are techniques classified as solar radiation modification, or SRM, intended to rapidly limit temperature increases. One thing we learned from COVID is that it's a mistake to allow the professional scientific community alone to determine federal science policy. The same professional scientific community that closed ranks around the need to close schools and businesses due to COVID is of a single mind when it comes to global warming. They are convinced that global warming is such an immediate risk to mankind that it justifies the catastrophic risk of blocking out the sun. It's for the greater good, they say. I don't think it's the job of the federal government to help these people play God with the weather. In fact, I think it's the job of Congress to protect our people and make sure that weather and climate control experiments and activities do not create adverse, unintended consequences for the rest of us. That's why I'm grateful for the transparency the Trump administration is shedding on this issue,